final speaker for today is Mr. Sukumar Sreenivasan, CEO and co-founder of eZeeBags. He'll also be sharing his journey about his D2C brand. Mr. Sreenivasan has 35 years of experience as a designer, fabricator, and marketer of leather accessories with world-class manufacturing facilities and expertise, a keen sense of quality leather, and flair for designing visually appealing products. Long manufacturing experience helps in designs which are easy to manufacture and economical to produce. Presently working to establish web-enabled marketing of various branded leather products categories for the Indian as well as global markets. Let's hear it from Mr. Sukumar. Let's have a huge round of applause for him.
Good evening, friends. It feels great to be here with you today. And I'm aware that we are all waiting for the day's most important part, which is the award ceremony. So I promise you I will not take much of your time. Now let me start off with a very positive note, which I'm sure many of the speakers here touched upon. We are at the best of times for brand building. India never had it so good. There are so many factors contributing to a market which is ripe for any kind of a brand or any kind of a marketing which is done right. The first advantage that we have today is the huge population. We are the most populous country in the world, and not only that, we also have the largest youth population. That is particular. I mentioned that because everybody makes money, but youth make money to spend. They don't want to. Banking and saving is not their idea of life. So there's a huge market waiting for us outside. And the second thing is the mobile first world. So many speakers here ahead of me told that it's a mobile first world, and any D2C brand, a phone, accessibility on the phone, on any handheld is a great value. And also from the enterprise perspective, tech has never been so good, so easy to access, and so affordable. We run on Linux. Enterprise scale, we run on Linux. We do not use any licensed software. It has been going on for 13, 14 years, and we are very happy, which means that it is almost free. Tech is free today. All you need to buy is hardware. And for your sophisticated enterprise class applications, I'm surprised that even a SMB can afford an app which only a Fortune 500 company could afford earlier. You just pay a monthly subscription, and you get the finest of applications 24/7 from any device. This is unbelievable. And we get very, very sophisticated. I'm not just talking about browsers and office suites and accounting packages or invoicing packages. It's much more than that. Even very sophisticated CRM, and somebody was talking about Zapier. Zapier integrates anything to anything. It becomes so easy for enterprises to collect data, analyze data, and decide on find insights and identify actionable insights and work on them. It becomes so much easy, and tech makes the thing so much easy for any enterprise today. Now coming back to my brand story, been in leather manufacturing, for contract manufacturing, for exports for over 38 years. Never ever thought of launching my brand anywhere in the world. It was just an accident. In the 80s and early 90s, I used to carry a leather diary with me. I love journaling, and I love noting down my ideas. That was before the digital age. So when I was carrying this, the diary, it's a small compact one, smaller than a A5 size. And over a period of time, I found that I was running out of space. The page was not enough for me. So I made one bigger for me. I have my own factory, so I made a nice big one. And wherever I carried it, whenever people saw that, they liked it. They said, "Hey, where did you buy this?" I said, "I made this myself. Why don't you make something for me?" That's how the brown book was born. I started making it, and somebody even pushed me. Some of my friends pushed me to say, "Hey, Sukumar, you should launch a brand, and the market is just right." So we launched the brand, the brown book. We signed up with a very, very good agency who did an excellent job of brand communication, And then we went to online and offline, both. We had a presence of more than 300 stores across India during the dairy season, and we had a presence online. Almost all major stores were listing, marketplaces were listing our products. Then that encouraged us. It did really well. We almost stopped our contract manufacturing, which was becoming less and less profitable and more risky. So we stopped our contract manufacturing and focused entirely on our branded products. We quickly launched our wallets for men and women. And the wallets were branded as Be Yourself. And we had a very good campaign for that. We did very well, and our wallets were very pricey. It starts from 1,200 rupees and goes up to 1,800 rupees. And it did really well. All genuine leather, it did really well. And then we launched our third category, which was the handbags. Can I have some water? I should admit that I never understood handbags. So our handbags miserably failed. We hardly sold about 1,000 bags in over 2 to 3 years. And with that, we moved away from the exclusive handbags thing. There's a funny thing about handbag purchase in India. We used to make a lot of bags for exports. Thank you. We used to make a lot of bags for exports. All my life I was making handbags for exports. But handbags in India was a different cup of tea. Women in India, most of them, at least not all of them, most of them, looked at handbag as a carry bag. Excuse me. The classic example would be my sister. She's a doctor, a super specialist. When she saw my bags, she said, I want to buy one. I said, which one? She said, I want to buy a bag with 2 compartments where I can keep my my medical stuff in one and the personal things in the other. And I've always seen anybody, lady buying a handbag, they just look at it, my umbrella will fit in, or my tiffin box will fit in, or something like that. Maybe that's where we went wrong, and we made handbags as a fashion accessory, and it really didn't do well. We ran 2 campaigns for that, both online and offline, and in-store. One was to appeal to the emotion of the woman, which said something like, Maya is mystical. Maya is beautiful. Is there a Maya in you? It didn't work. So we changed the string, and then we said, when a handbag is more than a carry bag, Maya collection. Even that didn't work. So we finally wound up both the entire handbag collection is out of scope now. But interestingly, we launched a sling bag for teenage girls. We called it Maya Teens. And it did really, really well. Even now, it's selling well, both online and offline. Over a period of time, my early start, Amazon USA invited us to list in America. They shortlisted about 16 manufacturers from India, and we were one among them, and we got listed in US. It took off well, and after that, it did not sustain. Now, the whole e-commerce story came to an end middle of the 10s when the new tax system came into picture, and the economy started kind of not being stable. So slowly, I ended up with a lot of inventory, a big loan to finance that inventory. So that became a big burden for us. So we slowly had to move away from e-commerce and brand marketing and into a business where there is not much of inventory, there is no GST, and doesn't call for a big working capital. This became our priority. So right now, since about 2018, 2019, we are focusing on promotional products for the US market. The orders are small, $1,000, $2,000, something like that. We get paid in advance. And for exports, there is no GST. And I don't have to hold any big inventory. So this process, we started in 18, 19. And the next 3 years were a nightmare, 20, 21, 22 with the pandemic. It was a nightmare. And there were days when we thought this 37, 38-year company is going to come to an end because we were getting orders. We were getting a lot of orders, but we could not ship because of logistics. All international flights were cancelled. Domestic flights were cancelled. And shipping costs went up 3 times, 4 times. And the worst part is we always ship DHL, FedEx, or UPS. So what happens is they not only increased their price, they added a 40% some surcharge and another 20% this surcharge. My flight doubled. In spite of that, I was able to survive in business. But then, they took the consignment, crossed the customs, it was never delivered, the order got cancelled, I had to refund the money. First of all, I had to pay the freight. So it was almost a state. 22 was horrible. Second half of 21 and the entire 22, we just had to refuse orders because there was no way we could deliver on time and deliver it cost effectively. So that is over, and 23 was our heads were above water. We were neck deep in serious trouble over the last 3 years, and 23 we have stabilized now. 24 we are ambitious, we are scaling up again. Our focus is mainly on the promotional products because financial, tax and other reasons. So all my life, apart from making money, I'm 65. I made my money. I don't have to work. I'm still working for 2 reasons. One is the tech. I love tech. The tech that I'm using every day, the tech that I'm teaching to my staff, and the way they learn and pick up and they help me, that gives me a lot of excitement. That is point number 1. Point number 2 is I have, even today, with hardly any marketing for my branded products, a huge client base. They call me. They say, I want to order this, I want to order that. Do you have this in stock? Can you ship it to me? So I could see that I have a flair for design. My branding, my brand communication, my products are received well by a certain segment of customer, and that can be scaled. With 35 plus years in exports, I can scale it globally as well. So maybe early 25, I'll once again be back with my branded marketing, and that if I make some mark in that, that will make me a really happy man, and then I'll think about my retirement. That's all my story. If you have any questions, I think I've kept my word. I kept it short, if not sweet. Any questions? Thank you. Thank you very much.
What a wonderful session that was.